Hi guys, welcome back to the next episode of A Close Look. Today we're looking at what went wrong with Netflix. So let's get into it. Welcome back to the next episode of SamDjanShow. It's about pop culture. Today we're looking at what went wrong with Netflix. Um, today I'm talking about what went on with Netflix over the years. So I basically put into three categories. So let's start with the first one. First one was the low budget movies. Now the low budget movies, Netflix do a bunch of movies, and mostly all the movies are low budget. You can tell that they don't put enough budget into the movies, and the movies are kind of hit and miss. There'll be trailers to it. They don't promote it unless it's a big movie. They did it for Knives Out, where they actually promoted it, and it went in cinema. They did it for The Irishman as well. So there's some movies that have a bigger budget that they promote them, and most of the movies are kind of just low budget. Like other than maybe Irishman and maybe Knives Out to a Glass Onion, but majority most of them are low budget, and you can tell that the shows they have more budget. They put more budget into the shows than the movies, and next one is like a promotion. Now they don't like when there's movies they don't promote, and the TV shows as well. They don't. I think the only ones they promote is probably Knives Out and maybe The Irishman. There's plenty others they haven't promoted, like there's TV shows. There'll be trailers on the YouTube channel and Twitter and stuff, but it's like they'll like do a trailer and that's it. They rarely do second trailers. I think they do second trailers, but it's mostly for the movies. I don't really think they do it for TV shows. And the biggest problem I have with Netflix is that there's some good movies that they don't promote, and there's some good TV shows they don't promote, like Stranger Things and like Sex Education. They don't promote them, and so yeah. And let's get to the third one, which is the biggest one: TV show cancellations. Now, there's lots of shows on Netflix that have been cancelled. Most of them are to do with budget cuts. Most of them are just because Netflix are in depth. There's so many TV shows. I've listed most of them that have been cancelled, the notable ones. So here's pretty much every single one, most of them that they've cancelled. Um, this was what's this TV show called? This was um uh that TV show is Dead End Paranormal Park. This ended just this year. I never saw this show, so yeah, that got cancelled. Also, we have Uncoupled. Now this just got cancelled. This came out last year. This got cancelled. This started Neil Patrick Harris. This was on Netflix. This got cancelled, but it got picked up by Showtime for a season two. So this is one of the shows that got cancelled by Netflix. Got picked up by another network. Let's got 1899, which was a recent um, show that came out last year, and actually watched the show and actually liked it, and then they cancelled it and they left it, which sucks. So they left it on a cliffhanger, but I don't think we'll get a resolution, which I kind of wish they will. But let's go Blockbuster. Now I saw this when it came out. This was kind of just, it was kind of like it was basically about these employees at the last Blockbuster, and it was trying to be like Superstore. If you haven't seen Superstore, it was a show on it's ABC, NBC, and it had Randall Park in it. Like, you had a good cast. The problem is the show was just generic and it did nothing new. And it got cancelled. I wasn't surprised it got cancelled. I watched it and it was just okay. Next we got Midnight Club. This was by Mike Flanagan. This got cancelled one season. I haven't seen the show, so this got cancelled. I don't know why it got cancelled. Um, most of these actually have the bastard son itself, or um, the bastard son and the devil herself. I haven't seen the show. This got cancelled for whatever reason. Next we have Partner Track, which I actually watched this. This came out last year. I actually watched it. I actually enjoyed it, and it got cancelled. Um, I don't know why it got cancelled, but next we got Um, I don't know what this show was, but this got count. This was Resident Evil. This was Resident Evil. Um, and this got cancelled, which I saw a couple episodes of the Resident Evil one, and I'm not surprised it got cancelled. But yeah, and next we got On the Verge. Now, I think this got cancelled as well. This starred Elizabeth Shue, which you probably know from The Boys and The Karate Kid. She played Ali in The Karate Kid. She came back in Cobra Kai, and this got cancelled. I don't know why this got cancelled. Next we got Next we got Bonding. Now this was a show about BDSM. It had 2 seasons and then they cancelled it, which I don't know why it got cancelled. I actually like this show, but yeah. Next we got The Babysitters Club. Now I actually love this show. This was a good show. This was based on the novels of the same name. There was a HBO show back in 1990. There was a movie in 1995. And I actually like this show. And when I watched the show, I did not watch the movie, nor did I watch the original TV show in the 90s. And I actually liked this show, and then they cancelled it for no reason. And it did well. It had good score on Rotten Tomatoes, and then they cancelled it after 2 seasons, which I highly recommend you check out. The Babysitters Club. It was a really good show. Next, we got Country Comfort. Now, this was kind of this was a kid show on Netflix, which I actually enjoyed, and they cancelled it. And next, we got The Crew, which starred Kevin James, and this one got cancelled for whatever reason. Next, we got Dad Stop Embarrassing Me. This starred Jamie Foxx, and this got cancelled after I think 1 season or 2 seasons. Um, um, so yeah, this had I think yeah, it had 1 season, and then they cancelled it. It had Jamie Foxx in it. Next, we had Dash and Lily. That came around the 2 years ago. It came out. I actually enjoyed it, and this was a kind of a Christmas show. It had 1 season that got cancelled. They actually had Grand Army. That this was kind of a teen drama. It was up there with it was like Euphoria. Like that shows Euphoria, Skins, or that type of show. And it was on Netflix, and then it got cancelled. Next, we have Jupiter's Legacy. Now, this show was a superhero show, and this was based on a comic. It's by Mark Millar, and I actually enjoyed this show. I know a lot of people don't like. I like the stuff in the past. I didn't really like the stuff in the present. I actually like the show, and then they cancelled it and they replaced it with an anime TV show. So that's Jupiter's Legacy. I also did a review on this. Next we got The Bounty Hunters. Now this I actually enjoyed this show, and it only had 1 season, and it sucked because they left this on a cliffhanger, and I actually enjoyed this show. So I highly recommend you check out the Teenage Bounty Hunters. It was a really good show, and they left on a cliffhanger. Next we got Altered Carbon. This starred Joel Kinnaman and Anthony Mackie, and it had 2 seasons. They cast. Now I never saw this show, so I don't know if it was good or not. Next we got Raising Dion. Now this was a superhero show about a boy called Dion who has superpowers. This had 2 seasons, and they cancelled after 2 seasons. And I would have wanted to see season 3, but yeah, it's Raising Dion. I highly recommend check. This one's a really good show. I did a review on season 2, so it's Raising Dion. Next we have Away, starring Hilary Swank. This was on Netflix. It got cancelled after 2 seasons. Next we got The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina. This was the second show in the Archieverse. We had Riverdale, you had The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, then you had Katie Keene. This had it was in 4 parts, but I think it was technically just 2 seasons. It was split into 4. This was cancelled after the 4th part. I never saw this show, and I really didn't care for it. I liked Katie Keene, I liked Riverdale more. I really didn't care about this show. I didn't care about Sabrina. I love Sabrina the Teenage Witch more than this show. I just did not care for this show. Next, we got Insatiable. Now, this starred Debbie Ryan, and I actually enjoyed this show. This had 2 seasons. There were so many bad reviews about it. I actually enjoyed the show. I loved season 1. I watched season 2, and then they cancelled it, which kind of sucked because they left on a cliffhanger, and I really wish, which I don't think will get resolved, but yeah. Next, we got Daybreak. I think it's a zombie apocalypse TV show. I never saw this show. It got cancelled after 1 season. Next, we got She's Gotta Have It. Now, this is a Netflix show. It starred DeWanda Wise, and this was based on Spike Lee's movie of the same name, She's Gotta Have It. This got cancelled. This had 2 seasons. Next, we have Friends from College. This had Kobe Smulders, and this was on Netflix. This had, I think, 2 seasons, and then they cancelled it. Next, we had The Punisher. which the Punisher was kind of like. So yeah, this got cancelled, and then the reason this got cancelled was because basically Disney were doing their own Marvel shows on Disney Plus, so thus this got cancelled. And basically all the Marvel shows they moved from Netflix to Disney Plus, so that's why this got cancelled. And we have Dark Crystal, which is a prequel to we have Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance. This was a prequel to the Dark Crystal, the original one. This got cancelled after one season. Next, we got Jessica Jones. We got cancelled after 3 seasons. Now, Punisher got cancelled after 2 seasons. This got cancelled after 3 seasons. And this, when they started cancelling the show, season 3 was already in production before they cancelled it. And as soon as season 3 came, they cancelled it. I like Jessica Jones. I love season 1. 2 was okay, and I thought 3 was okay. And I think there's rumors she will show up in the proper MCU. The Punisher will be showing up in Daredevil Born Again, which I'm excited to. I would want the dark gritty. I want Punisher to kill people, which I don't know if Disney's gonna do it. But next, Iron Fist. This was the other Marvel show based on the character. This only had 2 seasons. The first season was terrible. The second one was okay. This got cancelled after 2 seasons. This got cancelled because of the whole thing with Disney. And their deal. So this pretty much ended their deal with Netflix. Next we got The Defenders. This was also another Marvel Netflix show. This also got cancelled because of Disney Plus. And also got Daredevil. This got cancelled after 3 seasons. Iron Fist had 2 seasons. Defenders only had 1 season. And Daredevil had 3 seasons, which this will get a Disney Plus show, Daredevil Born Again, which I actually liked Daredevil. I think season 1 was I love season 1. I thought 2 was okay, and I love season 3. So yeah, this was probably the best Marvel show they did. Next we got Everything Sucks. Now I saw this after it got cancelled. This only had 1 season, and yeah, I actually liked this show, and then they cancelled it. Next we got Gypsy starring Naomi Watts. This only had 1 season, and then they cancelled it. We got No Good Nick. This had, well, technically it was 1 season, but split into 2 parts. This was kind of a children's, and starred Melissa Joan Hart. It only had 1 season, then it got cancelled. Next we got First Kill, which only had 1 season, which I actually watched it. I was like, I didn't want to watch this show because I was going to get cancelled, and so I watched it, and then the creator hoped there should be a second season, but then it got cancelled. Next we have Girl Boss, which this was on Netflix and it got cancelled. Next we got Pretty Smart. This was on Netflix for 1 season, starred Emily Osmond, and this got cancelled. Next we got Greenhouse Academy, which is based on another show from, was it Poland or was it Dan? I don't know. It was Dan. I don't know. It was a remake of another show. It was on Netflix, and I watched it when there was season 3. I binged 1, 2, and 3, and I was there. I watched season 4 when it came out, and then they cancelled it, which sucks because they left on a cliffhanger. Which, I mean, the cast members wanted to do another season. I kind of think they could have done another 2 more seasons, because 1 and 2 is one story, and 3 and 4 is another story. And I kind of wish they did a 5 and 6 to do another story, but will the show get resolution? I don't think it will. Next we got Warrior Nun, which season 2 just came out, was just last year, and it was cancelled. A lot of people were campaigning for them to bring it back up on another streaming service. Now I never saw Warrior Nun, so I don't know if it was good or not. But it has a fan base out there who kind of wants it continued. Next we got Santa Cruz Die. Now this was my favorite Netflix show, and this starred Timothy Olyphant and Timothy Olyphant and Drew Barrymore, and this was a good show. It got cancelled after 3 seasons, which sucked because it left on a cliffhanger. I would want a season 4, but it got cancelled 3 years ago, so I don't think we'll get a season 4. Next, we got the Expanding Universe of Ashley, which was 1 season but split into 2 parts. This got cancelled. Next, we got The Big Show, which starred Show. This got cancelled because the Big Show got cancelled after 1 season. Next, we had Mystic Laces, which this got cancelled after 3 seasons. This was also a children's show, and this got cancelled. We had The Society, which this show actually starred Catherine Newton. This was actually a good show. It had 1 season. They were actually renewed it for a season 2. Because of the COVID, they cancelled it. So yeah, that was. I wish there would be a season 2, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Next is The Wings. The Wings Saga, which just got cancelled after 2 seasons. This is based on the Wing Saga, the anime series. And I haven't seen the anime series. I saw season 1 that came out. I did not like it, and I did not like season 2 as well. So I didn't care for the show. It was terrible. I mean, I don't really care that it got cancelled. So yeah, if you liked it, it's fine too. But I just did not like the show. Next, we had Sensei. Now, this got cancelled after 2 seasons, and there was an actual movie they made. And because it got cancelled, left on a cliffhanger, they did a movie to end. They did a movie to end the show. So that's Sensei. This was actually a good show. This was by the this was by the people who did The Matrix, the Wachowskis. This was actually a good show. Next, we had I'm Not Okay with this. This also Sophia Lillis. I actually like this show. This was actually a good show. And then they cancelled after 1 season, which there was going to be season 2, but it got cancelled because of the COVID. Next we had Glow. This starred Alison Brie. This had 3 seasons. There was going to be season 4, but it got cancelled because of the COVID, which they left this on a cliffhanger, which I kind of wish they would make. I would make a season 4, or they just make a movie to end it. Next we got Mindhunter. Now this had 2 seasons. This just got cancelled because basically the creator they basically say this show got cancelled because the creator basically said that there's no point doing a season 3 because he said no one watched it, and they said Netflix just feel like there's no point to do a season 3, which everyone liked this show, and I really wish they would bring it back. But and then finally we had Cursed, which was also a Netflix show starring Catherine Langford. This got cancelled after 1 season. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I have to say about what went wrong with Netflix. Hope you like this video. So guys, so much my video. I'll see you in my next video.